This is your host,
Anthony Ellis.
Good morning, my people. Good morning, world. It's a beautiful morning. See how great God is. Welcome back again to my history, my life, and the time that I started out in life. My father, my mother is what my life is all about at this time. So, yes, my father, Wilfred Ellis, otherwise known as Dr. Ellis, he was a very hard-working man. Unfortunately, by the time I reached age 9, going forward, he went out to retrieve his animal to safer ground, and he did not return home. And that was like afternoon and the evening. He told my mother he's gonna move the cows in from one place to another. So all night he didn't return home, all morning he didn't return home. And where he went was just a field. There was no houses there, just open land. So I cannot say exactly what time it was, but all I know was there was a lot of people come by to help search for my father. Also there was one police officer came on the scene as well, but I was very small, so they did not allow me to go. I can remember that. Anyway, around the third day or so, my father came home all by himself, and he was just groaning like, And then my mother and my uncle took him to the hospital in Alexandria, and then after that they transferred him, I heard, to Kingston. He was there for a long time. Eventually when he got home, he was just sleeping. He didn't work like he used to. Didn't look after the animals, didn't look after the plantation either. During this time, my mother was also walking with me to infant school. I remember going to infant school. And after infant school, I went to grade 1, I think they call it A class at the time. Talking about discrimination, children teasing children, I actually never encountered anything of this sort until I started school. So maybe after 1 year in school, I remember transferred to B class. During this time, my mother, my father, I overheard him saying to my mother she will have to find a job to help because he cannot work no more. So my mother actually went away after a short while. Then she started to come home like once every weekend, and we were all my father's 5 children. There are 4 of us of my complexion. So we were it's kind of hard for me to explain the situation that we go through in school, but we were being basically teased a lot in school. Even one time I remember my sister, she was being teased by a boy in school and also being shot with an elastic band, I believe the guy used to make some form of a slingshot. And my sister get up from her seat and she walked up to the teacher's desk, and she had a yardstick that she used to make line on the blackboard. I remember my sister break it up on that guy, and on top of that, the whole school was like in, kids make a lot of noise. The head teacher came by, Teacher Malcolm, his name was, and Teacher Malcolm struck that youth on top of what my sister done to him. Anyway, it's funny though, when I really think about the whole situation. In school, nobody talk about discrimination, nobody talk about the different colors of children. Nobody, I think, we go through life, and with our albinism, we do have some disability, I should say. Yes, we do have some disability, because I remember when I was in school, I could not sit in the back of the school to read from the back bench like other guys, and at the same time I didn't have the knowledge to explain to the teacher anything. And of course, those educated people seems not to be aware of our situation or our condition either. Even when I think about it, I do deep thinking. As I go along in life, the healthcare community, they are the one who's supposed to be able to help and educate people, especially talk about people who has albinism. I don't even know if they know what the word meant, but it's kind of hard to explain situation. Anyway, by the time I was 13 years of age, I had a bigger brother, a half brother. He was in construction. So I decided that my mother is gone, my father is sick, so I'm gonna go join my big brother and see if I can work some money. And I actually never worked money in my life, so I don't even know the value of money at that time. I did not finish basic school, and I did not enter high school either. So I ran away from home early in the morning, I remember, and I went to a town called Brownstown, and there I saw a man driving a pickup truck. I asked the man for if he could take me to Runaway Bay where my brother was. So he took me down to Runaway Bay in the back of the pickup truck I was, and he let me off in front of a supermarket. I was standing there in front of the supermarket all day, maybe from like 9 o'clock until about 1 o'clock. A lady walked from the supermarket and she come over to me. She was a fair complexion lady, maybe that's why she was nice to me. And she said, "You've been standing here all day. What are you here for?" I said, "I'm trying to see if I can see my brother." It's funny. Then I told her my brother's name. She said she don't know my brother, but when Mikey come from school, she will get Mikey to take me to where some people working in construction. There I might see my brother. Evening started to come down. It was like about 4 o'clock. But before Mikey came from school, when she called me inside the supermarket and she gave me a beef sandwich, and I remember a cola champagne, and I really thank her. It was only after I started to eat and drink I realized I was so hungry. Anyway, Mikey came from school and I didn't know Mikey. That's the first time I saw him. And she talked to him and then he took me on a bicycle. And I was able to meet up with my brother. I was very fortunate. So I was on that construction site for maybe 2 weeks. And on Friday they pay me, they gave me like $10, you know, just to carry shingle. They were doing the roof. And they had to split the shingle like in three pile and give me, while some guys carrying like 4 pile. So I know I was small at the time, so because when I look at one guy carrying 4 pile and they have to split 1 pile in 3 to let me carry, I know, you know, I was, you know, some people take care of me, I guess. So my first big encounter with an adult, I would say I was being assaulted by this guy. We went to a new construction site and they were extending this great house called Eaton Hall Great House. So there was a pathway that lead down to the beach, and inside this great hall hotel, great house, we slept on the floor and cement bag, empty cement bag. So in the morning I need to take a shower. I took my towel and my soap and I went to the beach.